Well, hello, welcome to the I.T.L. Well, I hope that this thing doesn't come out a little soft on this audio. I noticed the last time I used a wireless setup, the last few times it was really spiking the microphone for the camera. So I'm trying a lower audio setting for that way it doesn't quite spike up and kind of distort the audio too much. Notice we are in the garage. We are in the garage. It is actually warm. This is an overkill for dress out here right now. We're actually like in the 50s. And yes, it is still winter time. We just had a horrible blizzard just a few days ago. Within 24 hours, we went from like in the 20s, low 20s, and it spiked up to up in the 50s within 24 hours. I mean, we had a huge ice blizzard storm, and the SUV was actually slipping and sliding, going downhill in one section in the morning to yesterday. It was actually pretty decent out. They were calling for rain, but it was pretty decent out. I couldn't get out on a bike, sadly, but I figured, well, today I did do a little scoping around. I was in the SUV. I was out doing errands, and I did find out an area I wanted to get in with the bike that I didn't know about in this area. And I figured, well, today I'd come out and take the bike out, get into the area, get some photos, get some video. And what's it doing today? Well, they were calling for rain yesterday, and I figured today was probably going to be another like yesterday. No. It is raining cats and dogs outside. I mean, it is really. I mean, it's like giraffes and elephants. It's raining giraffes and elephants outside. My lawn, I've seen that lawn since I've owned this place for several years now, flood out. But I've never seen it actually like a swamp, and it is actually like a swamp. Coming into the garage, I should have had hip waders coming across the lawn. It was so bad. I was literally sinking in like 4, 5, 6 inches into the ground, into the lawn coming in. And that's not just puddled water. That was actually going into the dirt. I mean, it's just so swampy. But yeah, I was hoping to get out and get some videos shot, but I wasn't able to. But I figured this would give me actually a good opportunity to try. I normally shoot the I.T.L. kind of facing to my right a little bit, back towards the SUV, and you see the goat a little bit. And I figured, you know what, let's change it up a teeny bit, switch to the left a little bit. Maybe I can get a little bit better lighting. Maybe you can see me a little bit better. And then let's work with the audio and see what we can do with the audio. Yeah, I am working with my cheap wireless audio setup, and I think it's good enough. I just gotta play with the settings, get it dialed in, and in the future I will switch it over so it actually has stereo. I mean, both channels will be recording, and you probably won't notice it too much, but I will, because I'll be switching it to both channels post production. That way you guys won't notice it, but it'll be less work once I get the adapter for it. Let's my mind's one blank. Let's move on a little bit. I was going to possibly do like a 2-week review on the Phobos holster, which I will tell you, I got it on my side. I've been wearing it pretty much almost every day for the last 2 weeks, getting worn and everything else, and it is working fantastic. It's got the right retention to it. It's not hard to draw once you get into the habit of drawing it from a certain angle. It's got to be a quick, straight out movement. It's not something that's part of the retention, so somebody just can't come up and snag it out of your holster. But yeah, I have nothing but good for it. I figured I'll give you kind of a heads up, since the unboxing I kind of showed that it wasn't coming out of the holster. Well, it came out of the holster, no problem. What I ended up doing was I did spray a teeny bit of rabbit oil down into where it has retention, and that loosened it up for a few days to give it a chance to wear in, and actually made it a little bit too loose in my eyes. But I did wipe it out just to make it a little better. But it did finally wear out, and then wear in, should say. The holster wore in, the rim oil went away. And it does a fantastic job. I have nothing but good to say about the Phobos holster. As you could probably guess, especially the older guys, I don't know if you can hear the rain through the microphone. It is raining bad, like I mentioned before. Yesterday I was kind of laid up, couldn't really get on the bike, and that was due to, well, just arthritis and a bad body, or I'll just call it that way. And it was like, whoa. And it's been the first time for a while that I actually wanted to mount the bike and I wasn't able to. So I kind of backed off on it. And that's a lot of that's what's been happening this winter, this riding season. I have not been able to really enjoy riding a bike like I normally do. I've been really slowing down due to the hip. And right now, I have no idea what's going to go on with it. I know what needs to be done. I know that I need to get certain things set up. And I have a whole gambit of things I need set up due to different ailments. And things are just not lining up. So it looks like I may not be able to get it done possibly this year. I don't know. And a lot of it is because, yes, I mentioned it before in one of my riding videos, I believe, that my cardiologist passed away. I got to get a line up for that, and I got to build up a history, a report, and everything before they'll okay me for surgery. And I mean, it's just a big, huge gambit. I have sleep apnea. I got to get a doctor set up for that, because the doctor that I had set up for it, well, that was many years ago, and I was living in Maryland. Well, I'm not going to Maryland to see that doctor. He just ain't working. I mean, you have to get a bunch of the doctor's okays before you can move on to the next step, and it's just a tedious process. It really is. The rain's slowing down, but yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and try this. Try the this. I'm actually running this through the GoPro Hero 4, just for the simplicity that I can use the microphone. I can possibly get a better audio next to me instead of using my point and shoot cameras that I use most often on in here, because, well, it was just so loud you just wouldn't ever be able to hear me. And if we got too close, well, all you see is nose hair. And I figure we're not going to play that game today. No. But yeah, it is what it is. We got a handful of days. Actually, by the time this releases, we'll have a handful of days to President Trump's inauguration. I'm seeing a lot of reports people are going to try creating riots and stuff down there. Like, oh, it's going to stop them. It's not going to stop them, guys. It's not going to stop them. These freaking... And then you hear, well, they're pushing to have Obama create a war and have martial law. They've been saying that for such a long time. It's unreal. Am I saying it can't happen? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it either, guys. It's just the freaking Democrats. They're crybabies. Well, not all Democrats are crybabies, but the good majority of Democrats are crybabies. The Hillary supporters are crybabies. I mean, the millennials are finding out their safe places not so safe anymore, and they're waking up and finding that they have pee pants, and they're missing their binky. And it's like, come on, get over yourselves. Give the guy a chance. Trump is... in my eyes, Trump can't do any worse than Obama. I have good hopes for Trump. Obama, even though they try to make up that he's done so much good for this country in 8 years, wake up. Really, wake up. He's done more harm than he's done good. I mean, Obamacare, oh, it's so great. No, it's not. Wake up, guys. It's not. I mean, in the first place, it was forcibly put in. It was unconstitutional. And he just must say, how is it unconstitutional? Well, one thing, the Congress is the Congress, the House, whatever. It's got to vote on different things, and one of them is the insurance companies, for instance, were supposed to have I call it kickback from doing it, and they were crying that they didn't get their big kickback. It was pretty good, sizable, from what I understand, and it was something that it was never voted on. It was never taken in, but it was forced in by a mandate from the president. No, no. And all these mandates, it was just Obama crying because the Congress wasn't working for him, working with him. Well, I can kind of say, well, Congress should have worked with him a little bit better, but most of his ideas were shit in the first place. Pardon my language. That is just my whole thought on ordeal. I mean, and I think Trump could bring this country back. It could bring some jobs back. He's already got many jobs being created in the United States. And I'll tell you, the wall for Mexico. I've heard some of the Mexicans say, "Oh, it's a great idea." They think it's a great idea also, and everything. They're going back and forth. You hear the rumors that the Mexicans say, "Oh, we're not paying for it." Well, that's neither here nor there in my eyes. But I kind of see it as back when Roosevelt was in office. Whenever Roosevelt wasn't a great president, no, but he brought back jobs. And how did he do it? He created the interstate highway system, the infrastructure, and it brought back a lot of jobs, got a lot of money cranking through. And we use it still today, even though it's decaying. We use it still today. There's jobs being used. It was important. There wouldn't be certain jobs, like the trucking industries and stuff like we have today. I mean, the massive amounts like we had. Trucking industries actually dropped down in the recent past, but that's due to other things. But I mean, it's like, come on, give him a chance. I'm done preaching on this. I'll give you guys a break. This is MuzzleMike. Hope you all have a great week. Until next week, signing out.